Hi everyone, welcome to Ethical Stock Trader, a new updated version of our prior channel Wisdom Trader. Channel name has been updated to sync with our work ethical trading. Besides the name change, I'm planning to do a weekly analysis for any few stocks based on its news or events or technical breakouts mainly. Okay, I will try to cover and present a holistic view of the stocks under our analysis. With that said, let's look into our weekly analysis. I have analyzed ample amount of stocks during my trading for myself. And to start with part of our weekly analysis, I have chosen a few stocks, basically a couple of stocks here out of my stock list. One is Graphite India. The next one is its peers HEG India. Before we get started into our stock analysis, let's look into our Nifty 50. If you look at Nifty 50's all-time high, it was the level of 26,250 or 270 levels. You can see anytime the right side of this column. So you can see when I hover this horizontal line, it was showing the levels, right? So it was around like 26,270 levels. Okay, it happened on September 20, end of September. Okay, then September onwards, the not the stock here, the Nifty 50 level started correcting. The correction was until March. So it was around 6 months or more. The correction has happened. The couple of reasons behind this correction is, as all we know, FIS has pulled out the money from Indian stock market because they felt it is kind of an overvalued, and at the same time, the Chinese market was cheaper for them comparatively our Indian markets. So we have to understand like the last 6 months downfall, the stock has recovered almost like 80 percentage, I would say. Now we are trading around 25,650 levels. Okay, within 3 months of time, the small span of time, half of its the fall period, we have recovered almost 80 percentage or more. Okay, so now here is a question whether the Nifty 50 is going to again break out the recent all-time high, which was 26,270 levels, or it is going to correct further. Okay, so to give you the clue, nothing is more specific, which is really causing our market to fall, even though there was a global geopolitical tensions happening between Israel and Iran. Okay, and apart from that, U.S. The president's Trump tariffs. Okay, and all other countries. So the stock or the Nifty has gone through all these effects, okay, in past 2 or 3 months, and Nifty has corrected, and it's somehow sustained its level from past 1 month or more. You can see Nifty 50 was consolidating. So past 2 days or 3 days, it started surging up. Now it is in the resistance level, which is this level. Let me maximize it. Okay, so this is the level, the Nifty 50, this one, the line, okay, 25,650 levels. The Nifty 50 has touched it, and it has closed somewhere here. So there is a gap here. Okay, I am pretty much sure, as per the technical point of view, Nifty 50 will definitely try to cover this gap. Okay, this gap, it happened somewhere October last year. So this gap, Nifty 50 will try to cover. So once it's covering this gap, we have to see whether it is going to break this level and surge to reach the prior higher level and it's go further, or we have to see whether it is going to show the reversal. Okay, so anything can happen, so we have to stick to the level after level. So right now I'm expecting this gap to be filled. So once it breaks, then we can expect the Nifty 50 will sooner or later will touch the all-time high, or there is other chance like after filling this gap, the Nifty 50 may fall. Okay, so to defend this, there is no any bad news happening in the market. But by the time the next week, the quarterly results for this financial year will started coming. So based on the economy performance, the market will further surge, or it may get corrected. So last two quarters, the results were not really good. The companies have reported like the economy is not good, basically the slow down in the economy because of geopolitical tension or traffic tariff. Okay, and the good news was recent month RBA has reduced 0.5 50, I mean 50 basis. So it means like the interest rate has got reduced, so the money flow will be there. There will be more liquidity in the economy, so it will boost the industries to show its economy growing up. Okay, so we have to wait and watch how it's going to behave. So whatever the what do you say, the factors of the economy, it will get reflected in the stock market. Okay, so we have to stick to the level, and we have to see how the market is going to behave. Okay, with that said, let's move on to our stock analysis. As we said, the first stock to our analysis is a Graphite India. So Graphite India. So why I have picked this stock? There are multiple other stocks. I have picked it really for my individual trading. So randomly, I just picked a couple of stocks based on the news. One is Graphite India. So why I looked into Graphite India is, okay, let me show you. So this is a Graphite India. Let's look into its fundamentals, basically the numbers. last quarter and this quarter. Going to financials. Okay, so this is financial results yearly wise. You can see the year on year the revenue. The green is a revenue, blue is a profit, and this is a debt. So year on year the revenue has got reduced, and also the profit wise it's showing some reduction in the profit. Okay, so but we look into numbers here. The quarterly results, the March quarter, the sales was 666 crores, and year on year there was a decrease. Just now we saw the revenue year on year, the sales basically revenue has got reduced to minus 7.5 percentage, but quarter on quarter there is an improvement. Quarter on quarter means March to last December. Okay, the improvement is good, and operating profit wise, year on year there was a 490 percentage rise in the profit. You may ask, like, when the revenue is not really good and also the profit is not good year on year, how come the profit has jumped and also close to 500%? Because last year it was posted like minus. Okay, so the profit margin was in negative. So comparing that negative and the current what is it, operating profit, it has been risen up to close to 500 percentage. Okay, but quarter on quarter again there is a rise in the operating profit, which is 600, and net profit year on year it was 212 percentage, and quarter on quarter 350 percentage. So there is no wonder why it is in large numbers, because as we discussed last year it was in a minus, in negative. So even the quarter also in negative. So that is the reason this quarter or this year on year you can see rise in the operating profit and also the net profit. Okay, keep it this aside, and I really want you to take it to the events or news. So if you look into the news, you can see here June 27th. Okay, couple of days back there was a news: Indian graphite makers gain as Japan imposes a duty on Chinese imports. Okay, so if you drill down you can read it. Shares of Indian graphite market, Graphite India, also HEG Limited, rose 2.9, close to 3 percentage and 3.3 respectively. And this graphite at a high level 574 in over 3 weeks, and HEG 511 rupees, highest in more than 3 weeks. So basically both of the stocks has risen to 3 to 3.3 percentage respectively. Here the Japan decides to imposes 95 percentage or more anti-dumping duties on graphite electrodes from the China for next 5 years, aiming to protect domestic graphite electrodes makers. So based on this news, okay, the stock has shown some upward direction. It surged around like 3 to 5 percentage, both the graphite and HEG. Okay, so this is kind of a triggering point for us. Okay, let's move on to the chart of both the stocks. The first one is Graphite India. So if you look at the chart, this is a day-wise chart. You can see clearly here there was a kind of a vertical rise. Okay, so the stock started falling around early January. So this fall has been observed in multiple stocks, almost all the stocks we can say, because they are in sync with the market correction, Nifty 50's correction, right? So after this and March onwards, the Nifty 50 has started showing reversal, and hence other stocks as well. So Graphite India and HEG, they come fall under mid cap or small cap sector stocks. Okay, then there was a rise and there was some consolidation. You can see the pattern forming here. Let me show you here. You can easily see that here. So you have to tell me what kind of a pattern it is. Okay, so it is an inverted head and shoulder, right? So inverted head and shoulder is a uptrend pattern. Okay, so you can see after this inverted head and shoulder, it broke this level. Let me draw here. Okay, so yeah, so after this pattern breakout you can see a huge surge somewhere around 19th of May. You can see the volume accumulation also happened here. Okay, there was a huge breakout. This was a fantastic one. So how the technical chart works well here. Okay, so you can see after this pattern breakout, inverted head and shoulder, there was a huge green candle. This gives some confidence to the trader, okay, to take a trade or not. So after the huge candle, and also this has happened somewhere on January. Okay, this pattern breakout. So people who were holding the stock for a while, okay, they tend to book the profit. So the profit book has happened after this huge green candle. That is expected one. Okay, so what happens usually after the pattern breakout with a huge volume increase, the price also will increase. Then there are two options: either the stock will continue going up, or otherwise it will try to retrace the level it has broken somewhere here. Okay, but in our case it just consolidated, then it was showing some rise in the price. Then again there was kind of a profit booking, again there was a correction. Okay, and somewhere around like 16th of this month, right? So it tried to touch this level. Okay, let me move this level here. This is the right level. Okay, so it retracement happened somewhere here. Okay, 16th of mid of this month. Then the stock started moving in the upward direction. So here also you can see the pattern. So you can see the pattern here. The pattern, let me draw once again. So what is this pattern, you had to tell me? Okay, so it's a W pattern. So double bottom, so double bottom also a trend reversal pattern, correct? So with that said, you can see how the chart looks like. There was an inverted head and shoulder. After 3 months or more, the stock has given a breakout, then it has formed a double bottom or a W pattern. It is also a trend reversal pattern, right? So here you can see um, kind of a consolidation, I would say, in weekly chart. Okay, then this was a kind of a resistance level. If you look at this horizontal line, right? So you can see the consolidation happen here before this pattern has formed. After this pattern, again the consolidation is happening. So once it breaks this level, right, so we can expect there will be a surge technically. Okay, it may happen, it may not happen, it all depends upon the stock specific news and how the market behaves, right? But all these price action will get reflected in the chart, other price action, correct? So the next level of rise, what we can expect, I mean personally I'm expecting is, let me draw once again. So when it breaks this pattern, so at least this level I'm expecting. Let me draw one more horizontal line. Okay, so I'm drawing this line. Okay, so connecting this prior what do you say, swing high, and this swing high. Okay, here also somewhere. So we can expect the move from at least like a 580 to 620 levels. Okay, 580 to 620 levels is close to 8 percentage. Okay, if it breaks this level, the first resistance would be this level, like around 620 or 625. Then the stock may surge. Let me draw one more, up to this level. This level is nothing but here, it's all-time high. Yeah, this was the all, no, it was not the all-time, the prior high, which has happened to be like April, end of April month. Okay, so this surges. So what I'm trying to tell you here is there is a possibility, if it gives a breakout somewhere here, we can expect the immediate like 8 percentage, followed by that there, if it breaks further, then we can expect somewhere like 10 more percentage. So there is a chance for 18 to 10 percentage in forthcoming weeks. Okay, the stock may surge if market really hits the all-time high, I would say. Okay, so in order to move the stock higher level, the market has to support. Okay, so there are some times like without a market's direction, stocks will surge. It are purely based on this independent stocks momentum. Okay, so as per the technicality, yeah, we can expect the stocks momentum next week. So having said that, we have to see whether this particular day candle is going to give a breakout at this level of a 580 levels. If it gives a 580 levels, then we have to see whether the stock price is going up along with the volume. Okay, if the volume is not created, then it is kind of a false breakout, the stock may fall again. Okay, so these are the things we have to keep in mind. Otherwise the stocks looks technically okay to me, but we have to see whether it's going to break this level. Okay, this particular level, and whether it is going to surge upward. Okay, so this is kind of my individual analysis. I may go wrong, because the wrong happens because nobody can predict the market, anything can happen. So tomorrow Trump comes and introduces some tariff, or any other thing happens geopolitically, it will happen definitely, it will have an impact definitely. Okay, and moreover next month onwards the corporate results will get published. If the stock publish its Q1 results in good shape, then definitely the price of the stock will get rise. Okay, so having said that, we have to wait and watch how the price action of the stock is getting formed. Okay, with that said, let's move on to our next stock. The next stock is HEG. It is a same company. This also manufactures electrodes for electrical industries. Okay, so you can see similar kind of patterns between these two stocks. Let me switch to graphite and HEG. Now we are in HEG. So graphite, you can see, yeah. Let me remove this patterns. Okay, so you can see there is a fall from December or Jan onwards. It has formed for lower around like mid of March. So the similar kind of stuff you can see it here. From here, the head case, yeah, you can, from mid of December onwards, it started falling. It was a huge fall. Okay, then till end of yeah, February, then March onwards it started surging, right? So you can see the similar thing. Then after surge around end of March, it started correcting. So if you look over here, the similar kind of thing, end of March onwards started to fall. Then yeah, then again it gave a breakout this month or last month. Here also you can see kind of a breakout. Then there is a consolidation. Since then, the similar kind of pattern. So that double bottom or W pattern formed here, and even in the also HEG also you can see kind of a W pattern is being formed. Okay, so let me show it to you. So this is what I'm talking about. W pattern or double bottom is formed. So HEG has to come up to this level, say 530 or 540 levels. So right now it is trading around 510 levels. Last trading day it made a high of let me see, it made a high of 530 levels. Okay, then it has got corrected to 510 levels. So if it covers this level from 510 to 530, around a 4 percentage, then after that it has to go up to 540, so 6 percentage. So it has to break this level. When I say level, this level I'm talking about 540 levels. If it breaks 540 levels, then this W pattern or double bottom is confirmed, and the pattern breakout will may happen. Okay, it all depends upon again the market dynamics and global news. Okay, so if it moves, if it breaks, then we can expect the stock may go up to its prior level, say 600 plus levels. Okay, so you can see this kind of a zone around like a 500 to 510 levels is kind of a resistance zone. You can see here the resistances. The stock prior also it has formed a resistance here, and it has formed resistance here. Okay, and sometime back here, now also it is trading somewhere here. So we should be cautious, like if it is not going to break out this level and sustain, definitely it will fall further. Okay, so even the bad quarter results, if the forthcoming quarter, the Q1 results of 2025 or 2026 is going to be bad, then definitely we can see consequences, the bad consequences. The stock will correct, or yeah, if it is the results are good, then definitely the stock will show some potential. Okay, along with the market. So we need to see whether the market Nifty 50 is breaking or surging further. Okay, so it all based on the market dynamics and also stock specific actions. With that said, these are the two stocks I wanted to discuss as part of our weekly analysis. So this is our debut weekly analysis. I hope you like this analysis. If you have any doubts, please drop me a comment, so I will look into it. I'll try to answer from my side. And please do your own analysis before you take any trade from your side. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.